give Teen Vogue a hand.
Thank you very much, Teen Vogue.
Oh, gosh. I'm Ariana Grande, and this is how I became Glinda.
Elphaba.
Nessa Rose.
Bach.
Fiero. I am, or portray, was for a little bit, got a chance to put on the skin, live inside the skin of the Wizard of Oz.
And Wicked. My first audition, strangely, even though I came in all pink and I had my pink mug and I had everything, they had me sing for both roles, which was very strange because I was very coming, you know, we know what's happening here. I sang No One Mourns the Wicked, Popular, and then also Defying Gravity and The Wizard and I. I had in my first audition a ponytail and a cat eye, and it's a very branded, familiar thing. So I needed to disappear into this role. And I think when someone is branded one way as a certain caricaturized version of themselves already, it's hard to trust that they'll be able to disappear into a story.
I did not have a 16-bar audition solo. I had a 3-hour sing all the songs audition. I think I did The Wizard and I, For Good, and Defying Gravity. I was asked to just let go of the things that was just that are me, very me. So all the piercings and all that. I think I may have taken out my nose ring as well, just so they could just see
the canvas.
The canvas. It's a wonderful thing to ask an actor to be able to do, because what he's looking for is someone who can just disappear and be. He actually gave us the chance to do this job.
It's our job. To disappear into these people.
Yeah.
I sent a video. And then, and then it looked like maybe I wasn't going to be able to be free for the film. And then when the dates moved, within sort of 24 hours, they were like, do you want to go and visit John Chu and just have a chat? And so we chatted for about 2.5 hours. And he started showing me the girls' audition tapes, and he started talking through the storyboard, and I thought, hang on a minute. And then got weirdly very emotional. We talked about Fiero, and I walked off, and as the door shut, I remember the door was closing, and I just went to John, and he went. I got invited to a Zoom call, and on that call, they said, there's a couple more producers that just want to pop in and just say hello. The first person to arrive was Glinda the Good Witch, and the second person who entered the room was Cynthia Erivo. And it was when I saw Cynthia Erivo, I sort of clocked what was happening, and I got invited to Shiz. And I was very British, and I said, thank you very much, when do we start?
Excuse me. There is no pretense here. I happen to be genuinely self-absorbed and deeply shallow.
Did you get feedback? Surely you got just invited in, didn't you, with warm, open arms?
And it was midnight at the Oasis. Midnight at the Oasis. Hi. Coffee? No. Midnight at the Oasis. That's the one I think that got me the part. He sang to me. He said, embrace me. My sweet embraceable you. I said, John Chu? He said, embrace me. You heard me, Goldblum. That's true. He was making it up as we went along, so I just got a kind of kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, he got welcomed.
My audition was from the Ozdust Ballroom. I sang 2 songs from Wicked, but I was reading with myself, and one of the songs is where Bach and Nessa sing together. So I didn't have a reader, so I recorded myself singing Nessa's parts, and for the scene, I recorded myself playing Glinda. I read with a video of myself, which was horrifying to send in. I couldn't believe that anybody but me was gonna watch it. I recently brought it up, and he was like, oh, I actually didn't know that was you. I was like, that's incredible. And then he watched it back, and he's like, that's crazy, why did you do that? But it's good, it worked.
Bach Woodsman of Munchkin Land.
I was very last minute. I was one of the last, I want to say, people cast, ? I could be wrong. I had, I think 3, actually. One is the one between Elphaba and Nessa in the library where she's asking Elphaba, let me go to the dance, trust me on this. The second one is the one with Bach and Nessa. And the third one, you'll see later.
That perfectly adorable Munchkin boy just asked me out.
The first time we sang together was at John Chu's house for dinner.
Where Stephen Schwartz played the piano for us, and we sang For Good together. Yeah, we'd never sung before.
No, I was a huge fan of her voice.
And I was a huge fan of hers, but we're very different.
Yes, and it was just such a strange thing to sing together and sound so one.
Yeah.
Because we have very different voices separately, but together we kind of completely disappeared.
Yeah. And we changed our lives completely.
Yeah.
We just made sure that our lives matched the roles that we were playing.
Yeah.
I was running like a crazy person every single morning, 2 hours to make
Pilates.
sure Pilates, that's right. And doing lots of like working out and making sure my body was ready to be in a harness and flying and corseted and singing at the same time.
I had to sort of transform my voice as well for a multitude of reasons, but you know, it was a long training journey for the vocal side of things.
Yeah.
My vocal coach Eric Vitro was incredible. We started long before my first audition just because I wanted to make sure that even on the first audition that when I did sing for Glinda, it was as authentically sounding operatic and you know as possible. So we did a lot of training.
Yeah.
Just you and I defying gravity.
Do you know the song Finishing the Hat?
Finishing the Hat is a book about Stephen Sondheim.
That's right. Titled after one of his famous songs about an artist's process. And really, in Sunday in the Park with George, it seems like he talks about looking through a window at the world going by when you're committed to a creative endeavour. And that is what this film felt like to me. And this is a testament to Cynthia and Ari. But you lean in and every sort of minute of every day you're thinking about your voice, you're thinking about, in dancing, about keeping your body fit and strong. And then on top of that, you try and keep the sort of anticipation of playing a beloved character in a beloved thing at bay. But also, having been in a scene with Jeff, it's just an embarrassment of riches.
It's an embarrassment, period. Myron Kirstein was the editor, and boy, I owe him a great gratitude. And the scorer, they add some music to it.
Oh, and it takes on.
Makes it go. And then I had some music to do and some dancing to do with the great Chris Scott. And I practiced. Well, I did that. Yes, I practiced what that could be. There was a suggestion in the thing, and then he dances.
Yeah.
I sort of came up with that. And then Alex Frank and I worked every phrase of the songs and got the key. Anyway, you know, prepared.
The great, I'm terrible.
I had seen Wicked, I think half a dozen times. I saw it when I was I'm pretty sure 6th grade, because it was 2004. So I saw the original cast. And then I saw it a bunch more times, including with my niece. I brought it for her 9th birthday. So it was like kind of in me in that way, as a fan. On top of that, I did read the book again, which has a nice big chapter, a whole section on Bach. And I kind of helped that sort of infuse into my version of Bach. And I read the original L. Frank Baum books, just to sort of like remind myself of like where we're drawing inspiration from. But one of the things that I love about doing research for acting, that at some point you kind of let go of it and you just kind of have to be there. So I wasn't like going home and rereading these sections. I didn't want the refresher, I wanted to be Bach. And I think that one of the things that I was so impressed with and I looked up to in so many of our cast members is how like just fully locked in they were. And they knew their characters front and back. They didn't have to think about it.
3, 2, 1, action.
When you yelled action, they were locked in.
I'm not really sure that I was conscious of the changes I was making. I just remember spending more and more time with the material and sort of getting in her body and her shoes and her corset and things, and I just kind of like, I moved differently. I didn't realize, because I wasn't a person who wanted to watch the dailies or anything, so when I saw it for the first time, I was like, oh my goodness, that is not my face or body or why I walk. I don't walk like I don't do. My face is like, it was really weird. I feel like we're watching people we know and love, but not us.
The side smile came by itself. I don't even think I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think I realized maybe she's sort of like a tentative, expressive person. So the smiles don't come big immediately.
The subtleties.
The subtleties in it. The way she moves her hands. And the hands were a real thing.
Yeah.
John loved that. And I liked using my hands as a way to express. So you'll see that she uses her hands a lot and they'll move a lot. And even when she grabs the broom, it's sort of something, but her small expressions sort of built over time.
For me, it wasn't lifestyle changes. What really helped was journaling as my character, giving like a little bit of backstory to her early life, and then just the start before going to Shiz and thereafter, and filling in a lot of blanks just on my own and figuring it out, but also like talking with John in between as well, of course. With Nessa specifically, was a lot of reflection and bringing the parts of my 18-year-old off to college self for the first time into her.
I love Bach because I could always sense that he was somebody who was looking for his place in the world. He was looking for his community. He was looking for love. In looking for those spaces, he sometimes stumbled or tripped or said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing. I also always knew that I wanted to lead with that a little more than I think you're able to do on the stage. On stage, you have to come in, be a big burst of energy as Bach, play to the back of the house, get a laugh and leave. And I was really excited to bring what I feel is like a kind of humanness and nuance to Bach that you can kind of only get when you're allowed the time to focus on his emotional inner life.
I'm a big proponent of using a scent for a character.
Me too.
So we both had very specific scents for our characters, and mine would change depending on where she was within the story. So the
Older Glinda had
Older
a
Glinda-
different scent than younger Glinda.
That's right.
And Elphaba had a whole rainbow.
range of different things, yeah. So right at the beginning, she smells like one thing, Defying Gravity's another thing, then film 2 are different things altogether as well. Like bigger, more robust flowers, so like tuberose, lilies, rose, jasmine were mixed in with mine.
It's really interesting because it really is so triggering. Like scents can really take you to
Yeah.
a certain time and place.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so much fun to use it to help with characters
Yeah.
too. 'Cause it's just another
She would always
tool.
smell me coming, and I would smell her coming.
We would smell each other in the hall.
Where is she?
Oh, she's arrived.
Do you know there's one crazy shot, and it's not even on like my face or anything. When I pick up, you know when we pick up our, you pick up your peignoir, I pick up my cardigan for Loathing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, is that my hand? And I know it's my hand.
I was there for that. I was right
I
out
don't
of frame and I
remember
watched
doing
it.
that,
I
but I
remember you
know that
doing
that's my hand.
Oh yeah, I think I gave that hand a round of a hand. if you catch my drift. I gave that hand a hand.
To see a set like that, fully realized with a working moat and arches and boats, and it was insane. I didn't even realize that we were going to be in a world like that. I didn't know that it was going to be like that.
Well, I didn't know Jeff's head was going to be like
in the,
Mount
around the
Rushmore.
corner, in the
thing. I had no idea. I actually was I was taking a walk.
Carved it
with Bowen, and we were just taking a walk, and we turned the corner, and Jeff Goldblum's head is in the Rockies.
Yeah.
And we were like, holy
It's insane. The whole thing is insane.
Bach, for some reason, had the longest hair and makeup of anybody on set. I was in the chair for like 2.5 hours. But during that time, I could just sort of like breathe in the space, like let my hair become Bach, let all of those little things happen so that by the time you get to set, you're just kind of living in it. And the sets were so immersive.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I have to bring up I'm Not That Girl. Because I think that her I'm Not That Girl is just... I have to like excuse myself and go to the back of the theater to watch it alone. I'm serious. When I had a screening with my family, I said, bye guys, I'll see you later. Because I needed to go to the back and just sob and enjoy my friend's performance. That might be up there for me.
Thank you.
I love her I'm Not That Girl.
He could be that boy. I'm not that girl.
Live singing on a film, he's getting ready to go, I would say is very, very intense. You can really go for it on film. You only have to do it once, but you have to do it probably 50 times in a day.
It's like a workshop. You're kind of finding it as you do it, even though you've prepared a lot. And there's so many other elements. You're in a harness now, and you're up and go, wee, and you're doing that, and you're finding it. And finally, all you got to get is one, like you say.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, I think we got it. And you go home in the car. What else could I have done? What else could I have possibly done? I think, and then you watch it and you go, was that the best I could have done? I think so.
Vocally, we were given so much room to play. We would sing it by the Bible, as was, and then they would go, well, and then what else? Try something else if you want to.
One of the things that we're proudest of are the ways in which we brought ourselves and our own truths to these roles while wanting to honor the original material that we have loved so much.
Yeah.
And John is like such a collaborative and open and playful director. So he will come in with the most organized plan.
Right.
And then
But also
throw it away and
is
ask us
willing
to play.
Now go.
It was really nice singing live because it felt like we could take more time with the emotion and building that front and center, whereas we can't do it again when you're on a stage.
I do want to say your voice is so good, and I'm really glad that like working on it made you feel more confident, so you would feel better about it. But like from jump, you sounded amazing.
Oh,
And so like,
thank you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, thank you. So do you, SpongeBob. You sound great.
Aw, thanks. No, but
course.
I also think that one of the things that was really intimidating for me, and I don't know if you felt this, but when you're on stage, even if you're on a big intimidating stage like Broadway, where there's however many people in the audience, it's just that many people. And then if you mess up, you can do it again the next night. You always have that moment. And we could do more takes.
That's true.
Which is nice, but then it's on camera forever. But I do remember there was a take where I was like, you absolutely, please tell me you're deleting that. please tell me you've deleted that.
We saw one showing in Australia where 1,500 people saw it. I think we're going to please the deep, fanatic fans.
The themes of friendship and being othered and unity is just so sort of engaging and inspiring. And I suppose when it comes to the film, we just hope that we've done all the fans.
And that is how we became our characters in Wicked.
I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
I'm like a little duckling following Jeff. As my
Merrily, 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 merrily.
Life is but a...
Jonathan Bailey is but a...